biogeochemical cycles. Already I have explained you what is biogeochemical cycles. Bio living things, geo earth, chemicals, the chemicals present in the earth, they repeat from atmosphere to circulate from atmosphere to ground, and from the ground to atmosphere. This is called biogeochemical cycles. And many nutrients are present. These nutrients flow from one level of organism to another level of organisms. Many nutrients are there, but they are given only three types of cycles, that is carbon cycle, nitrogen cycle, and oxygen cycle. And about the ozone layer they have given. So yesterday we have in the previous classes we have learned about water cycle, and water evaporates and forms clouds, and this water cool breeze touches the clouds, and it fall onto the ground in the form of rain, and this rainwater sinks in the ground, and by putting bore wells and wells, the water is taken up onto the ground, and when the sulfur dioxide mixes, some gases mixes in the rainwater, it causes acid rain. That is about the water cycle. And also in the body of the organisms there is a 0.05% of water is present. This water is useful for the digestion and respiratory purposes, and plants and animals also live in the water bodies. That is about water cycle we have learned. And also about we have learned nitrogen cycle. That is nitrogen is 78% in the atmosphere. It is in the pure form, that is it is in the N2 form. It should be converted into its compounds like nitrates and nitrites and nitrites. When it is in the compound, it becomes in the compound form due to the action of rhizobium, symbiotic bacteria, and clostridium free living bacteria. Then only the plants absorb in the form of proteins and nucleic acids due to the action of microorganisms. These nitrates and nitrites becomes as proteins and nucleic acids. Then only the plants and animals gets. Okay, and also this is about nitrogen fixation. And next nitrification we have learned. Here also denitrifying bacteria, nitrosomonas bacteria, and nitrobacter bacteria makes the atmospheric nitrogen into its compounds, and again from proteins and nucleic acids are formed. These proteins and nucleic acids are consumed by the plants, and from the plants the animals and human beings in their body they also get the proteins and nucleic acids. And ammonification also I have said. When these plants and animals die, these microorganisms acts on this, and these nitrates becomes into ammonia. This is called ammonification. So this is forms ammonia. This is called as ammonification. And next one is ammonification, and next one is denitrification. Denitrification means when the nitrates are formed, denitrifying bacteria absorbs the oxygen and it leaves the nitrogen. Like this, nitrogen is evolved into pure form of nitrogen is evolved into the atmosphere. That thing we have learned. And today's topic is human intervention and nitrogen cycle. Human intervention. So because the human beings they release the agricultural waste into water bodies, and also how some when we do some things in the houses, the waste materials are released. These waste materials are also they thrown into the water bodies. Because of this reason, it leads to the eutrophication. Eutrophication means eutrophication means growth of the algae takes place. Growth of the algae takes place when the water bodies are contained many algae. Then the oxygen is absorbed by the algae. The plants and animals which are present in the water bodies, they cannot get the oxygen, and totally the lake or pond will become dry. This condition of the drying of ponds and lakes due to the growth of algae is called eutrophication. So next today's topic is about carbon cycle. atmosphere. And also these carbon particles also use these are useful for this carbon is useful for the protein formation, proteins, fats, nucleic acids, and nucleic acids in the exoskeleton and endoskeleton and exoskeleton species. Exoskeleton species. So this is endoskeleton means the skeleton inside it will be inside the body. Exoskeleton means the hard material is present on the surface of the body. So for the formation of endoskeleton and exoskeleton, protein, fats and nucleic acids are present. Nucleic acids are essential. These nucleic acids are proteins, fats and nucleic acids are formed by the carbon material. So these carbon we can observe in the carbon dioxide when released into the atmosphere by the plants, and carbon monoxide it is released from the vehicles and from the factories, and it contains carbon contains some dust particles will be present, and in the diamond and graphite also there will be carbon particles. And carbon dioxide, this carbon dioxide is main cause for greenhouse effect. It is the carbon dioxide is called greenhouse gas because it is responsible for the global warming. It is responsible for the global warming. What is global warming? I said. So this is the carbon dioxide is mainly responsible for global warming. So carbon dioxide is also called greenhouse gas. Greenhouse gas. So the percentage of carbon dioxide in the air is 0.03%. 0.03%. This is about carbon cycle. Okay. Next one is photosynthesis. Next is about photosynthesis. How the photosynthesis takes place. So this carbon again we find in the rocks. Some sedimentary rocks we find the carbon, and in the oceans also we find carbon, and the biosphere where the living organisms are present on the ground on the earth. These also release the carbon particles. So before photosynthesis, what is photosynthesis? So here the chemicals are present in the plant bodies. These are inorganic chemicals are present in the plant bodies. These chemicals are converted into biological materials, biological form, chemical form converted into biological form. How can they convert it into biological form? Simply the plants absorb carbon dioxide and water, and they forms glucose C6H12O6. Some minor plants they prepare glucose, and in some plants these eutrophication. Here the carbon, next one is carbon cycle. We find carbon in soot. Soot means dust particles, diamond, graphite, rocks, oceans and biosphere. We find carbon particles, and also carbon dioxide is released from the plant parts, and carbon monoxide is released from the factories and the emission of the vehicles. And because to the formation of carbohydrates, carbohydrates in the plant or animal body, proteins of fats and nucleic acids are formed by carbon dioxide in the endoskeleton and exoskeleton organisms. Endoskeleton means the skeleton system will be inside the body. Exoskeleton means the skeleton system will be outside the body of the organisms. So the percentage of the carbon dioxide in the air is 0.03%. This carbon dioxide levels increases than 0.03%. It leads to global warming. So carbon dioxide gas is called greenhouse gas. And here next one is photosynthesis. For photosynthesis, the chemicals are present in the plant body. These chemicals enter into the body of the plants and animals and human beings when they take the plant food. So these chemical form of substances converted into biological form, and in this form the carbon dioxide and water is released. When this carbon dioxide and water mix together, it forms glucose. So in the low level plants, it leads to the formation of the glucose. In higher plants, it leads to the formation of starch. Okay, so here in the water bodies, small plants grow. They perform the photosynthesis. So like that, the oxygen levels will be in stable state here in the ponds and lakes due to these small plants. These small plants are called phytoplankton. These perform the photosynthesis, which are necessary for the plankton, which are necessary for the aquatic life. So this is today's topic, and tomorrow we go for the next topic, cycling and storage. Thank you.